Hello, beautiful ladies and gentlemen. Greetings to you all from Reason Together TV. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, according to your time and wherever you are in the part of the world. Welcome again to this channel. If this is your first time of coming across this channel, please don't fail to hit the red subscribe button down below and also the bell icon for notification so that whenever I upload a new video, you will always be the first person to be notified. This case that you are about to watch is the case of child neglect and also a domestic violence reported by one Mrs. Please stay tuned while the defendant and the complainant make their statement for peaceful resolution. Until I come your way next time, remain blessed and bye for now. Ciao. Have a wonderful day.
Sit comfortably and tell us why you report this man.
Okay. My name is Moses Achiwam.
You speak up, please.
My name is Moses Achiwam. Why I came here, I stayed with Mr. Ugochukwu Asota-Omana for the past 7 years.
Okay.
Although we are not legally married, we have a son of 5 years. Throughout from the beginning of the relationship, there was some problem. I was still managing that, believing it would change. When I met him, although I was a friend to one of the youngest sister, so that is how I came to know him. From inside stage, the sister told me that he's a smoker, a drunkard, and he took drugs.
Hard drugs.
Yes, like hard drugs.
And you have remedy for that.
I don't have remedy for that.
Go ahead.
So I didn't have interest on him based on all those things. So with time, I left where I stayed.
You have interest on him?
I didn't have interest on him.
Okay.
I left where I stayed to stay with somebody as house help. So when those people wanted to relocate to outside country, I have to move. The only option then was for me to go back to finish. So I called the sister. The sister said, okay, I can come and stay with her in his own house. So that is how I went. And when I left, him didn't come face to face to toast me. He collected my phone number from the sister's phone and started calling. For the past 6 months, I didn't pick his call. Then he told me about his intention.
Excuse me. Hello. You don't interrupt her.
So he took the number from the sister and be calling. That I was staying at Agege. So when I didn't have anywhere to go, I have to go there to stay with the sister. We said that is how I have to accept his proposal to friend him.
You accept the proposal to friend him?
Because I didn't have anywhere to stay, I was staying with them.
You're staying with them?
Yes.
But it's the sister that you know, not him.
The sister lived with him.
But it's the sister that you told, that you asked you to come and stay with them?
Yes.
So
and he was the owner of the house.
He's the owner of the house?
Yes.
Do you first rejected the offer, the proposal, and he said, no, since you did not accept me, for that reason, go out of my house?
When I came to the house, I accepted it.
I said, when Mr. Ugochukwu proposed friendship or marriage to you, did you first say no?
Yes.
Then from there, he asked you to leave the house?
No. When I said no, I wasn't there with him then.
Eh?
When I said no, I was not living there.
You were not living there?
Yes.
So how did it not become mandatory or become a threat or become taking advantage of you? Because you have no option of where to stay. And because he said you now agreed to his proposal because you are staying with him, with him and the sister.
It was not a matter. It was not compulsory. He didn't force me to accept it.
So you like the relationship. So don't bring that. Go ahead with other things.
So we stayed there, and later they sold the house. Then I was not working. I was working with all these mates, working, no salary.
Listen to your chest.
So,
Madam, continue.
I didn't work then. I stayed with him. Although the relationship was not favorable. The mother met me and told me I should leave the son. I should look for a way to stay. That first day.
Open it and pin it to your chest. Go ahead.
So the mother said I should leave. I said okay. He followed me to Ogba. I bought a box. I packed my thing to leave the next day. So that early morning around 4, the mother came that she see a revelation that God said even though I may not have anything to do with the son, she can adopt me as her own daughter. So we stay for those days. We stay for like 4 years then. When they sold the place, before then I have a little work that I was doing. We didn't have any way to stay. The only option was to go and stay with the parents. I said no, let's add money and rented another apartment. We rent another apartment, we start staying. But the problem I always have, even the first month that I came there, because he was smoking. So I was trying to stop him, like, do stop smoking, I don't like it. Someday if you buy the Indian Igbo and bring it, if you keep it where I will see it, I will seize it, or I will take it and throw it away. We should always resolve in beating. He beat me a lot, and it was like, okay. Then I did not drink from my childhood. I didn't take alcohol. But the kind of person that drink and he likes sex. He said, okay, oh, the girlfriend he had before used to sex her so much. I mean, I don't have power for that. So most times he say, okay, if you buy drink, he say take, I will take and drink. So when I noticed that the sex aspect is too much, I cannot be it. Everyday problem. Okay, let me go. He say no, you will not go. Sometimes he will sleep with me throughout the day. In the morning, he will just leave me and go. There was a time I was very sick. I didn't have money to buy, because if I'm sick, then the only thing he will buy is paracetamol. You don't even want to know what sickness is that. He left me inside there. It was the mother that came to check. The mother met me there. What happened? I said, Mommy, I'm not feeling. I said, why did Ugochukwu go to work? He not come and tell her. I said, I don't know.
The mother living with you people?
Very close, after our compound, the next.
Okay.
So it was the mother that took me to her house and buy drugs for me. We stayed there. The problem there was much beating. And I kind of person, if I'm working, I love his family and I love him then. And when this problem was too much, not even having interest on it, but I love the family and the mother. Because there are some of the sisters that if he do wrong, they will correct him. But there are some that will not. So if they do anything, I will go and meet those ones. They will talk to them. So when the beating was much, the brother said I should leave. Because if he kill me, their hand is not there. The mother too said I should look for some way to stay. That if the son meets kill me, it's problem. There's a day he beat me midnight. He dragged my, because I plated attachment, from the building to the next building. It was this sister that was living that noticed shout somewhere, now ran to go and meet the mother. The beating this my brother is beating this lady is too much that if they kill me, you don't have anything to do. So we stay later, but we always have this issue, but we settle it. Believing then I didn't have money to rent house, so I still accept it that way. When we pack to the new place, there's a place they sell joints like hot. He would drink, he would smoke, and by then I was pregnant. Not even smoke, he would smoke in the presence of the baby. And sometimes when the baby was like some months, he would smoke inside the house. And we stay one room apartment, the window is just like this. He would smoke it and I would be inside. Sometimes I would close the door. He would even call friends, not only him. He would call friends, he would buy for them, he would wrap for them. So I said, this kind of life they are living, I cannot. And he smokes cigarettes, take drugs, and sometimes you want to sleep with him, he will take tramadol. So no matter I said, it will not be okay. And if I say I'm okay, it will be problem. The next day, either there will be no food for me, no, or for the baby. I keep complaining. The mother say, okay, they will talk to him. Anytime I talk, the mother say, okay, they will tell him. Even the brother, the senior sister said they should tell me if him kill me, I'm the one that kill myself, because they don't have anything to do. They have said the little they can say. I said, okay. I just keep managing. Even in the compound, this case I reported in 2 police stations. They call him with that beating. Anytime he come, he say, want to fuck me, he want to sleep with me with Daniel Stroma. I say, these things I cannot do. I've not tried before. He say, his boss that he's working with, that is Samson or Remechi. That is the way that one used to sleep with the wife. And that one told him, I say, me, I cannot do it. It's okay. His friends, Emeka, that's what he's doing. Maybe they are sharing the same girlfriend to be doing that. I say, me, I cannot do. So when I was working in Coca-Cola, that time the baby was like 11 months. I said, okay, let's put this boy in daycare. He said, no, I should take the boy to Philip. Then he was working. He always working, they pay him every day. He said he cannot afford it. I said, okay. The only option is to take the baby to Philip to give the mother. I took the baby to the Philip. I stayed like a month before I came back. When I wanted to go, so okay, give me money, let me buy provision. You see, I can only afford, I think maybe it's 3,000 or 4,000. I said, this money, what am I going to buy for this baby with this amount? And I still need to drop money. You see, you don't have. I managed, I bought something. Before a week, those things finished before I left. So we reached there. He did not even give me money to give the woman to be taking care of the baby. I have to stay there, and then he didn't have anything in my account. So when I dropped the baby, I said, okay, it's time for me to come back and look for work. Okay, transport. He gave me like 5,000 for transport, and that that's where I still put and to be giving the mother. Okay, mommy want to cook soup, let me assist it. He didn't accept it. He said, okay, I should come back. I said, am I going to come back? I don't have money. He said, go and check how much is transport. I went. They say it's something like 7,000. He said, no, I should pass from one state to another, because this is from Imo State. I said, from one state to another, how much is the transport? He said, don't have anything to send. And I was not even able to leave the baby, because nothing to leave for them, no food, nothing. I just managed myself to come back and work, believing that I'll be sending money. So when the transport was not even enough for me to come back to Lagos. Before I even reach from one state to another, before I reach Asaba, the money remains 2,000 plus. If not that, I begged driver and one woman that I met, old woman, they begged. So that's how I reached Lagos. And anytime I walk, I always assist him, because I'm a kind of person, I don't leave load for him. If our house rent is like 50, I would probably bring like 30. If things like that, I keep bringing. It's what.
Are you any more than him?
I'm not any more than him.
So why are you paying more than him?
No, just because the love I have for him then, and the work he's doing, I was like even trying to, okay, let him leave the work. He's working in blog industries. He started that work from the age of 12 years till now. Okay, when I was working in Coca-Cola, I have money, a little salary, I save. I bought keke. I didn't give him the first one because I know the kind of person he is. He hardly assists in anything. He wants me to be doing everything, and because of the love, I was still doing it. So when I bought the first cake, I didn't give it to you, I gave it to somebody else. The family now come and meet me like, this work is doing, it will even make him be older than his age. I should buy for him. He himself even begged. I said, okay, I will buy another one. We bought it, another one. I gave it to him. And before I bought it, I took him to one woman. I said, the money I want to use, this cake is 240,000. Then I was not even working there. The man traveled. I said, okay, you don't want to do the business again. I have to go and learn and work. I said, you can say I'm not working again, you are working. Let me buy this cake. I bought one before. This another one. Okay, I took him to one woman where I wanted to go and learn. I borrowed 100,000 from that woman. Him was there when I met the woman. The woman said, okay, we'll pay that money back with interest. Maybe between 6 months to 1 year. We'll give him her 150 back. He said, okay. But when we reached home, I said, okay, you will sign for this keke for your purchase. If you can pay, let's just pay this woman money. I'm okay with it. Then you don't want to be feeding me and our son. He said, okay. When he now called the senior sister to come and sign, because I told him you bring Karanto. When the senior sister came, he said, why will I buy keke for him and say ask him to be paying? Him said, in his own family, women are not richer than men. That his mother is not richer than their father. So now I bought the first keke. I want to go and learn and work. I do this. Am I the only person? That's how the sister pick offense. Why she angry with me was when I was working in Coca-Cola. She said I should borrow her money. In my mind, I wanted to give her the money. Like what I will be able to do. She said, you want to put in a shop. I have in mind to give her 20,000. Before they close, the man said, okay, he's not doing the business again, want to travel out. I explained to him that I can't give your sister money. And I'm not working. Let's use this money for our own self. Because if you have any issue, call them, they will not come. Nobody assists you. It's okay. So the sister pick offense that I did not give her the money. That's how I go. And in the family, anytime they do something, I will always bring myself down to respect all of them, from the last born to their father. Even though they call them, I've never had any issue with any of them. But his own problem is different. Sometimes the mother said she's tired of talking to, maybe because of what he smoke. And he starts smoking at the age of 9 years. And he misbehave. Sometimes after smoking, he will come back, he will sleep on the bed, he will urinate on the bed. Then our baby was still small. He will now push the baby inside there. Believe it's the baby. I know the way adults will smell. Sometimes you will urinate in the kitchen. Sometimes you go to the bathroom, come outside naked, and be doing things like that. I explained to the mom, see the way your son is doing, and this thing is getting out of hand. There's a day he ran from the bathroom. He was bathing before I entered. He wore towel, run out naked to the outside. So I was inside bathroom. I hear prayers. When I come out, he was urinating outside. I said, why? Why are you naked outside? So anytime I keep complaining, and the next thing he will tell me, if you do anything, shebi still my family that will tell. Then I didn't have anybody in Lagos, not knowing that I have a uncle in Lagos, but because we didn't have contact, he said shebi is my same family that will tell, and he's hardly give his parents money. Sometimes he will say I should go and send maybe 2,000.
You are not giving to the parents.
I assist because of the love I have for the mom and him then. So sometimes he say go and send 2,000. I will add to the money. But sometimes I will tell the mom, I don't tell him that I add to this money. And most of the things I told me don't want to do it. When I was pregnant, one of the baby things I was the one that bought it. Then during delivery, I withdraw money down, not knowing that I will put to bed within that week. The naming, I sponsor most of it, and the sister assists. The cloth for the naming, a lot of things. I did it because I love him. But there's a day he said something. He said he didn't love me. He was only coming for 2 things. He have a baby, yes, he's a male child, and Igbo, the other male child, and a little change I have then. Because then if my family call me for anything, I don't always answer them. His own family and him. Okay. I'm a kind of person that I like my man, husband, to be neat. If I go to places, I will buy things for him. But anytime he's angry, he can just use another and remove that thing and throw it away. He will say after all, he's not the one that buys, it's not his money. Even that keke, he spoiled that keke. He told me that day that he will knock that engine down. And it happened. He said the other person have packed the keke, that him he will do it. How can I be asking him to pay? And that same as he went, that keke knocked down. We now pack it in a mechanic for some months. He said, okay, you need to buy things and pay this keke. I see give him money. Not knowing that he's not buying those things. He just packed the keke there. So when I went there, I noticed that I asked the mechanic. The mechanic said we should come and carry the keke. I said, but I gave my husband money to buy it. He said he's not buying those things. I said, okay, I just call somebody, I try and sell the keke there, scrap. During my training for the tailoring training, I went for army. Him and his family were not happy. The senior sister told him that, how can he allow me to go for army? That when I come back, he will not be able to beat me again. That is how the whole thing. When I was there, we don't pick up in the morning.
And must you beat? His relationship is all about beating. Any relationship that have to do with beating, that person, that man is not normal. Go ahead.
So when I went, because in the morning when we are in the barrack, all our phone off. In the day, night, he will be calling, hey, you are in a man's house, you are this. So we thinking, and this baby, if you come back, you not see the baby again, I will take the baby to something. So I didn't be able to concentrate. Thinking. When they did medical tests, my BP, that is what dropped me. I came back. I didn't be able to come back that day because I went to Akwa Ibom barrack, because I must go to your zonal training. I have to stay with my younger brother for 1 week. He was still calling. During that time, the senior brother do wedding. He knows that I'm not around. He now went to tell them that I said I will not attend the wedding. That I'm back. I'm in Lagos. Why I was not in Lagos? Most of the problem I have with the family is him. If I report anything to those ones, if they call him to advise him, he will now lie to them that this is what I'm doing. And these are the things that I have not even planned to do it in my life. That I go club, I do this, I do that. There are some records I have in my phone and picture for evidence. I now tell him that all these things we are saying, and after they will come back and meet me and pretend as if all is well. He now goes to neighbor. Okay, when I came back, he said, want to have sex. I told him, I know I have infection because where we stay is a public place. I have to treat this infection first. He said no. He wants to do it. I went there to sleep with another man. I now reported to one of my neighbors. I explained to the man, said, see what happened. And he's not a kind of person, you don't use protection. If you have this thing, I have to treat me and treat yourself. So the man now called him that, what is happening? When I wanted to come back, I called him that he should send me transport. He sent me 5,000 naira to come back. Join the border. He now go and tell my neighbor that he sent me 100,000. If you want to cook, he will drop 2,000. That is for soup and gari. I told him this money is not enough. If I'm working, I don't ask. That's why this family.
So what now happened?
What happened now, ma? We left. As when this thing is too much, my family called his own family. They should come for settlement. Refused to go. Okay, I have to leave for when the beating is too much. I have one mark here where he bites me.
The man bites you?
Yes, I have the video on my phone too.
You are beating him back?
I didn't beat him, ma.
After beating, he bites you?
Yes, ma.
Let me see your teeth. Your own teeth. And you have complete teeth. You did not bite him back. You are want to show me mark that he bites you. Man beat you, bite you. You don't have teeth in your own mouth to bite the person. Both of you could have gone with bite. Go ahead, abeg.
So after then, most of our neighbor is Igbo man like him call him, and the way you are doing this leg is not. Most time we sleep in neighbor house. And if you want to smoke, he will bring friends and smoke them. When I reported this thing, because the man that is working for is the owner of the compound, I explained to this man, I even showed him, I said, this is what this man smoking, and my baby is there, and that baby always sick, if not cough, is scattered. After smoking, you enter inside the room, is one, you put the remaining Igbo on the table. You enter kitchen, you see secrets. You all his clothes will be smelling because you put them in the pockets. If you come back, that's what you smoke. I tell him this thing is too much, I cannot even bear it. And if you want to sleep, even though I'm sick, if you come back, meet me lying on the bed, the next thing you want to be sex. You don't even want to know whether I'm dead or not. What is one night to have sex? And complain to the family. I don't know, maybe they talk to him or not. Because the next thing we say, Shebi is my family, I will sit there. Okay. When I traveled to the army, I met.
You have talked of that one already. You have talked about
so
army. The army did not work. You come back with
there's something you would like to say.
Go ahead and please summarize. I have other cases to attend to.
So I met one of my relatives. I collected his number. The guy is staying in Lagos at Dumota. He's serving someone. So during the time, if the guy close, he will call. He asked me, who is this? I said, it's my cousin. He said, what is his name? I said, it's Ma. He said, no, I'm having something doing with this start problem up and down. So what happened? I left him. When I left him, my mind was like, we'll still settle the matter. We'll come. I didn't go with my baby. I leave the baby for him. Okay. Because the family said she just go maybe like 2 weeks, 1 month.
You went to where?
To stay with my friend.
Which your friend? Man or woman?
Woman.
And you left the baby with him?
Yes.
How old was the baby?
That time was 3 years plus.
Go ahead.
So I left the baby, believing that we will settle. Before I know, he took the baby to village. When he now call me.
No, you for left the baby with him. You for leave the baby. So summarize. I have other things to.
He took the baby to village. So he now called me back. When he came back, he said he didn't tell me leave the baby. It's neighbor that told me that we are not seeing your son. I called the mom. The mommy says the baby is in the village. That I should be sending feeding money and school fee. I said, ma, why? Okay, let me come and carry the baby. They said no, I should not come. The baby belong to their king's men. Him now met me that he wants to come back. I said, okay, come and bring this baby. He said until I give him transport. I said, what? Am I the parent that gave you transport to take the baby? Okay, I will give you transport to come back. Go. He said no. He now went to meet my manager I worked before. They talked to him. He said he will settle. After some time, he did not do it. So one day where I worked before, I just closed from work. I said, let me go and take my bath. The sister came.
Story, eh?
The sister came. Because man, I know he would touch those points. My sister came. So my colleague comes somewhere looking for him. So okay, let the person come to where we receive visitor. He said, the lady said, no, he's not coming. He will go to the village and carry the baby and leave the brother because he don't have money.
Summarize. I have other case to attend to.
So that is happening. And when I left the baby.
Where is the baby now?
He's with me. When I went to ARG, they called the mother to bring the baby. The mother brought the baby. I collected the baby. So they said we should come to Mara for him to sign out. He's going to be taking care of the baby. He begged me then that he will do his normal thing. We should not go anywhere. So that's what made me close that case then. We not go. And I now notice, since then, if you see me on the road, it will start problem. If you
start
see me
problem how?
Beating me.
Where has he beaten you?
Yes, look at me. No, look. They said I went to church.
Where? Which area precisely? And who was there?
Ma, this thing happened around 1 o'clock in the night.
Where were you coming from around 1 o'clock in the night?
I went to church. He met me on my way going to church.
Which church?
Around 7.
Is it night vigil?
No,
or
it was
half
a
vigil?
No, it wasn't. It was just a program. They closed around 9. From that 9, he not allowed me to go home.
He did not allow you to go home?
Yes.
Was he in the church?
Yes. When he met me, follow me to the church. So when he met from the church, he now climb out pulpit to go and meet pastor to beg me. They called me out. They said, okay, I should forgive. I said, no problem. Okay, we'll settle this. Go and bring this baby. So, okay, let me go. He want to follow me.
Before he brings the baby?
Yes.
After he brought the baby, has he beating you on the road?
He has not beaten me.
So
but he keep coming to my house, ma. He keep coming to my 12 o'clock, 11 o'clock. Sometimes I won't be at home. He will come. My sister will call me that he's here.
Your sister is with the baby?
Yes.
Okay.
I will tell him, no need of coming to my house that kind of time. There's a day he come with injury, he say he has an accident. I will come and want to, most time I let him enter my parlor, give him food. But if he leave, they will start problem. You are going with another man. Anybody that will change my baby, I will come back for my baby. Okay, take care of this baby. Refuse.
Let's hear. In summary, you heard everything she said. Respond to what she said.
Yeah, good afternoon. Sorry.
Right.
Good afternoon, ma'am. My name is Mr. Oguchukwu.
You will speak up, oh, please. Don't. None of you should stress me. You have your mic on your throat. You cannot talk, or you don't use that smoke. It go finish.
My name is Mr. Oguchukwu. I met this woman in the year 2020. She sell with my sister in the market.
Gochukwu, speak loud, please. This mic is on your neck for you to talk. There's nothing I can do more than that. That is lapel mic, and as you are talking, that voice supposed to come. I'm not hearing you, so I wonder whether they will hear you with the way you are talking. Crack your voice. Do you need tons on tape? After you leave my turn to finish, you go out, you go and buy one packet. But I will give you.
Yes, ma'am. My name is Mr. Oguchukwu. I met this woman at the market. She sell with my sister, so I fell in love with her. I was a footballer then, doing that. So I asked for.
You're playing for Arsenal?
No, I play in the club. So I talked to her. She refused. She later left that place to Agege. I keep on calling her because she gave me her phone number then. Keep on calling her. She wanted to do WAEC. She asked me for some money. I support her during that period. So she now has an issue that the husband of that woman she's staying with wants to sleep with her, something like that. She called me. I said, okay, what do you want to do? She says she wants to go back to Akwa Ibom. I begged her, if you go back to Akwa Ibom, there's no how I'm going to see you because I truly love you. She accepted. The man used his own vehicle to bring her down to my place. So we started staying. I even tell my sister.
Speak up now. You are not toasting anybody here. In case they judge, make you speak loud.
I informed my sister. My sister said no problem because they are friends. She started staying with me. I let my sister know because I told my sister before she accepted me that I like this girl. She said no problem. I should try my luck. So she accepted. We stayed together. During that period, she fell sick. Almost 2 months. She was down. My mom asked me and my parents, they asked me to send this girl. Even the family, they called that she should come back to Akwa Ibom. I said no. She came to my house when she was strong and she must be okay before she come back to Akwa Ibom. And even she's coming to Akwa Ibom, we must come together with my mom. So I tried, I work hard, make sure she's okay. Even everybody in the church, we're praying every day for her.
Okay, so, go ahead.
So we continue like that. She has been a very wonderful woman, honestly. She has been working, me myself, I've been working, we've been taking good care of the family. Till,
you say? Go on, talk.
Till one day, we now decided to go to Akwa Ibom because my mom said, evidently she's fine, that we go to Akwa Ibom to see her family. So when there we saw her sister, the sister accepted. I told her, my mom said,
what are you doing?
My son wants to marry your sister. The sister accepted that she's going to inform the family. So that's how we started. Because unfortunately, she will travel to
you
the
just
village. She
your
got
laptop
pregnant.
and playing with
Got
laptop.
pregnant,
That's you know you are inside my office for a purpose.
So they now said I should come for insult.
Whatever you need to do with it, go ahead and do it. Because you are not, and they not call you here to come and listen to case in my
took it down
office.
to Akwa Ibom. So they accepted. They gave me a list to come for marriage. I said okay. So we came back. She had a form to army. Because that boy was still tender. She had a form. She dropped it. I told her not to go for that thing because this boy is still tender. And I work. I do come back by 6, sometimes 5 o'clock in the evening. I can't take care of this boy. She said okay. She have to take this boy to the village. Okay, I know. I stood with this boy when she traveled for that army. It was when she had a job at Coca-Cola. She had to take this boy down to the village. I told her not to take, and that she should just take that boy so that we can have chance. So she started the work. After some months, she had my mom that brought back the boy down to Lagos. So,
okay, why are you not taking care of the child?
I'll be taking care of my son.
How are you taking care of the son?
Is it when the boy is with her now?
Yes.
I do buy something for every.
You don't know that the
last 2
child
weeks,
is going to
I was
school?
there. I bought packet of Indomie and something like 4,000 naira. If I go there, this woman keep on insulting me. I'm not a mate, and she's not.
You must not go there. You are not married to her. Both of you have child together. No, you must not. Hold on. You must not go to her. She have her own life to live.
And I'm not going
and you
to
have no. She have given you enough respect. You must not access her apartment for seeing your son. Both of you can still see that child here. She can still bring the child here. You come and see your child. The child can stay with you for some time. When you are returning the child, she will come here and pick the child.
But,
you must not go to her house.
Even the boy to even come around me at all.
You have right to your child.
That she said I don't have any right.
Now you are listening to me. You
She
listen to me. You listen to me. You have no reason to go to her house. She must not come to your house. There is nothing that says she must come to your house to see her child. No. And there is no right. You have no also right to go to her own privacy. She has moved on with her life. You have moved on with your life. Except on the ground that both of you said, okay, we want to come back together. Good. But otherwise, you don't need to go to her apartment. If you need your child, I want to see my child. You people can have a meeting point. Take your child. The child spend weekend with you. When I'm taking the child back because the child is going to school on Monday. On Sunday, she will pick the child from wherever you both of you agreed. She will pick the child from there, back there. Because you can't be going to somebody's house and say, she's embarrassing me because of the child. Giving you room to enter her own apartment, she give you enough respect. All what she said you did to her when she was living with you, and everything she bought keke for you, you knocked the engine. Did she buy keke for you truly?
She bought keke for me.
So what happened to the keke?
She bought the first one. He gave it to somebody else. So I do work. I earn 4,500 naira daily. So the work has.
Even if you earn 1,000 naira daily, 1,000 naira daily in a month is 30,000. So then 2,000 naira is 60,000. 4,000 naira is how much? You are earning over for 120 something thousand naira in a month.
Okay, ma. So she bought the keke for me. I deliver 10,000 naira every week for her. I still give her her own weekly dues before I go out. So there was a time she started having an affair. She will call some people by 11 o'clock, and I'm not comfortable with that.
You are not married to her. You both of you are just living together.
But I'm with the list already. I'm planning to go to.
Even if you have list till Jesus come and you did not marry, you are not married.
So she keep on having life. If I ask her, she keep on insulting me, talking to me. That's why it is only once that day we were on bed. She insulted me. I slapped her. She hold my dick.
It's a lie.
Kill me. My neck was back down like this. She pressed my dick. That was why I have to. The remaining life in me. That was why I bite her. Immediately I stand up. I saw her. I started begging her. Like, why do you do this? She said she wants to kill me. That I deserve to die. For what? And our son is still 2 years old then. So when she started having an affair with different type of people, I'm not comfortable with that. She have to move because she noticed that I start knowing the men she's dating. So there was a day I went there to see her in her house. She showed my son. That was why I get crazy. Showed my son one picture that this is your father. This is your father now. This man is not your father. Doesn't deserve to be.
Show who to who?
He showed there's a pics in her phone. He's showing the guys and just a policeman showing the boy, the man picture that this is your father. And I said, why are you doing all this? You see, because you're dating this man, you're not showing him that. And then I said, this is my second father, it's not my first father. This is my first father here. So that thing really get me angry for a while, almost 6 months. I did not even go there because I was so angry. She started telling people that I don't come to her, I don't bring things for the boy again. I start going again. Anytime I go there, even the sister start even talking to me negatively. The younger sister.
That's why you don't need to go
that's
there.
Why I mean.
You must be a man. Eh? You stay with somebody. How long did you people live together?
For 7 years. 7
years. Wetin remain for her body now?
Why you no go pay that?
7 years. You did they sleep with woman 7 good years. Not that you both of you are on distance, so not 1 month, so not 7 months, so not 7 days, so not 7 weeks. 7 good years. You have the list. You are coming to my office to tell me you have the list. Every man must have a list. So that if you want, I say, well, give me the list. You pocket it in your wallet. Where are you going? I have your list. Why are you talking to another? I'm talking to, no, you can't talk to another man because of what? I have your list.
I was really planning seriously to go.
You will plan, no?
Not for 7 years. I collected this in 2017.
2017, and this is 2021.
2019.
Eh.
It was just 2 years. And that year she left,
You have already collected the list.
December. I was going to do it. 2017, I collected the list. 2019, March 4, she left.
So you collected list 2 years. Which part of people are you from?
Mr. Reynolds, sweet for your mouth.
You are from where? Anambra. Mbise. You go collect list 2 years.
People are not trying at all.
That is very wrong.
No.
And I did not blame you, I'm blaming the lady. There is nothing you say in this office to tell me that this man did to you that I'm going to blame him much. Do you know why? You know this man from the beginning. They say God know the end from the beginning, but you already know this man from the beginning. Why did I say so? The sister told you that this person smoke Igbo. However, whether Igbo, whether cocaine, no, she in fact introduced and download her own brother to you. She's a good friend of yours.
Yes.
Because some will hide the character of their brother. All what they are after is to please their brother by sleeping with you. But she told you, my brother oh, smoke Igbo, my brother oh, drink oh, my brother did what again?
It still steals.
He steal from who?
She says told like the street they live during December they will go around killing fowl. That if she keeps things in the house, the brother carry. That the basin that if she want to keep money, give
are
it
you
to
talking
him.
about the senior sister
No,
or
the junior.
The junior?
Yes.
There is no problem. Anybody can steal from the sister. I do steal my sister clothes, but if she see me on the street, she will only give me a sign and I will pass corner, go exchange, and make sure the cloth did not reach me get home. So these are siblings. Who smoke Igbo can steal even the father's phone and sell at that moment. Anybody that is hard drug addict can sell anything at that moment. The urge is high on them. So there is nothing you did not know about this person. And who smoke Igbo, you know that the person you have met he take tramadol. He smoke Igbo.
Ma, sorry, I don't
hold on, no, according to her statement. Hold on. According to you, he take tramadol, he smoke Igbo, he smoke a normal cigarette, and he take alcohol. And you are the angel that want to go into his life and repent him. Because you have anti-Igbo, you have anti-tramadol, you have anti-cocaine, and everything that the sister have told you about this person. There was no force there. You willingly want to test this person with his addict. Then at the end, it resulted to baby. My concern now is the child. It's not whatever you said or what you want to respond to what you have said. You are no more in that house. You are move on with your life. If you don't want him to come to your house, good and fine. He will sign it here not to come. If you want him to come to your house, that is between you and him, because there is a child between both of you. This is an issue of a man and woman. So, and if all the hard things that you have experienced for him, how he sex you without your whatever, without your acceptance and all that, you still remain in that place till 7 years until child came out of it, and you were still there buying him keke. You bought one, you bought two. You were still there supporting the family because you love the mother, you love him there. You were still there buying clothes for him because you want your man to look good. So I've not seen anything this person have done to you apart from this bite of a thing. Mr. Man, take care of your child. If you smoke until you run mad, one day I'll remember that I've seen you here before. And I say, this madman, I've met him in the office, but that should not be your portion. But if you did not smoke or you decided on your own to arrange your proper life as a young man that have a future, then please,
I've stopped it already.
you better stop it, because you cannot benefit nothing from there. And even with that kind of character, we cannot allow the child to stay with you, because to influence that child negatively. And you still have to go and check whether your child have not even have an asthma, because a situation like that where somebody smoke all these hard drugs and cigarette and all that in the presence of children, there is tendency that the child can contact the other child. You have to still run tests on that child if the child is free of asthma, if he's not asthmatic. So it's not about the child copying you smoking, but it's about the health of the child that it also matters. But now the child is also, how many years now? You don't need to do all that in his presence. So if going there, you want to smoke, whether even cigar in the presence of the child, don't go there. You can see your child here. Anytime you want to see the child, bring my child to Human Rights Office. You bring, whether Saturday or Monday to Friday, Saturday, they can bring your child for you. You spend some time, you leave the child, you take the child back. For the benefit of the child, not for you, neither her, because both of you are adults. Then the upkeep of the child, you should know that the child is going to school and you are to be responsible for your child. You are the one paying for the child's school fees. Till date, till this moment. So why are you reporting him here, madam?
Ma, why I reported, there are times he don't respond until when I'm treating him that, or call the senior brother before we do it. And apart from then, he said he came to my insult. I've never insulted him. I do insult.
Leave the insult, please. Don't bring that. Don't just have to take my time.
They say they cook food and come to give the boy. I said, he made my sister give food. I took the food to him. He can't cook food and bring to give this boy.
Why?
Take the food, cook food from his house.
Sounds surprising.
Is that not his child?
No, ma. I don't know, but I don't think it's right.
Okay. You will give him the child so that you too, you will not give the child
I
anything.
will not cook. I've not it's not a matter of 6 years.
Listen to me. You see now, see the way you are there. What you are doing now, is it not enough for a man to slap your mouth?
Ma, I've not done this because you are lying.
You even want to, do you want to kiss him, or you are?
No, I don't want to kiss him.
So
whenever is he want to see the boy, I always allow him to see the boy. But the issue that he want to take the boy back to the mother in the village, that's what I don't allow.
Hold on, listen. He will not take the child back to the mother in the village because, hold on, he can't give you the child, sir, because the child is still tender. There is an age a child will stay with their mom before he get to an age where you can demand the custody. For now, the child is still very tender. You cannot demand his custody for now, but he can't, whatever. You don't deny him. And listen to me, because if this man reports you here, you will not find it funny in this office. It's just they rant, they talk for how many hours. You are talking what does not make any sense as far as I'm concerned. You have no right whatsoever to deny the father what he brings for his child. If he decides not to buy food and he cook his food and bring to the child to eat, what he will do, both of them can eat together. What if the child goes to him? Will you stop him from eating food there? Or will you stop him from eating food with the child anywhere he takes the child to? Won't the child visit him? Won't he go out with the child? I don't know where some of you women always like to create unnecessary problem where there is no problem, and an unnecessary right that does not make any meaning. You are with the child. Then the father of the child comes to see the child. You are giving him condition whether to give the child cook food or not cook food. You want to kill the child over what? Is it only by food they can use to kill the child? Can't he poison mineral and kill the child? Can't he poison biscuit and kill the child? Must it be cooked food? Some of you should grow up in your thinking. He's paying the child school fees till date. And he said he brought a carton of Indomie that worth 4,000 plus. Meaning he is equally supporting in the feeding. And which area are you dragging him up and down?
Ma, I'm not dragging him up and down.
You said he neglected the child.
Ma, the issue of the school fee, the school the boy went before.